This is Vinyl Voices Radio, ESPN 97.5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm John Denman.
Jesse Sandehan.
All right, everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN 97.5. He is Jesse Sandejas. I'm John Denman. And now that we're stuffed with some Frank's Pizza, we are actually having some good Back Pew brews, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Who is our beer sponsor this week? Back Pew Brewing up here, not far from Jason's house. So conveniently located near the studio. But some excellent brews, excellent pizzas, and we got some badass music on this show.
We do. Today we have Rolando Medina here with us today.
Hello.
From the Spanish rock band Vosotros.
How's it going?
And so far, pretty good. We sat outside for about 2 hours.
We already did the whole show.
We did. Right? We did like 2 or 3 shows already.
We did the whole show.
2 or 3 shows.
Yeah, it was good. The only thing we didn't do was listen to music.
Right.
The Astros were playing. Right?
Yeah.
So
Hey, priorities, man.
some priorities.
Priorities.
So just real quick about Vosotros.
So we're from Houston. We're a 4-piece band, mainly made up of siblings. I play guitar and do vocals. My brother does the drums. My sister plays bass, and our very good friend Jesus plays lead guitar. We've been around since 2021, technically, but we've been a band since 2017, and just recently started being more active in the local music scene.
Yeah. When you guys started, you were kind of actually doing a lot of covers of the bands that we've been talking about tonight. Right?
Yeah. When we first started, I mean, this was like 2017. We were mainly a cover band, and so we would get hired to do like parties and stuff, and we would just kind of play the music that we grew up with.
Yeah.
I mean, still having fun.
No, it was they fed us, they gave us beer, and they paid us, so it was always a good time.
Yeah. Well, once a lot of people start off. Like, hardly anyone that I know has ever picked up a guitar and didn't start by learning to play something
Yeah,
Right.
that's already been played before.
Yeah.
for sure. No, that's how kind of you get your ground like base of what you want to do.
Right. Yeah. And then it seems like it took a little time for you guys to actually get to that, what I want to do from the ground base. But
Yeah. So I mean, initially, we were, like I said, we were playing covers, and then life happened. You know, we started going to school, working, and then it wasn't actually until the pandemic that we were like, you know what, work is so fragile. Everyone literally lost their jobs. You know what, I'm gonna focus on what I really love, and it's music. We love music. So I mean, we had a couple songs already written, but we polished them up, and we recorded our first EP during the pandemic, and released it on 2021, and that was our first, introduction to the Houston music scene. Our music tastes as a band really reflect in the music, because we love everything, and I can literally explain to you every influence for each song, and it's different.
Yeah.
It's different genres too. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so what's going to be the first song we listen to?
The first one is Temple of Bloom.
She said, don't come over, yeah. You know we have to wait. Meeting you was my mistake. Please tell me before it's too late. Come on now, let's not wait. Let's go out and play. don't mind.
All right, so let's kind of break that song down a little bit because we talked a little bit while the song was playing, and if you're watching it on YouTube, then you watch the video, and so there was, I think you mentioned, Jesse, they kind of had like a little 80s vibe to it.
I felt like it had sort of an 80s vibe, and John kind of mentioned there may be some little new wave, but then kind of heard some funk in there too. So.
Yeah. So I mean, this song was my main influence in my music career as far as Vosotros is this band called Héroes del Silencio. They're a 80s to 90s band from Spain.
Okay.
That's hence the name Vosotros, right?
Okay.
Like in Spain, you use Vosotros as you all.
Right.
It's Spain version of y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And so they use a lot of these arpeggio style songwriting, and I've always been fascinated by that. And so I wrote the song, with that heavy influence of that band, and I added a little bit of a bass groove to make it more kind of danceable. Mm-hmm. So it's always been interesting when I ask people, like, what does this remind you of?
Right.
Because I definitely know what I like my influences. And,
right.
And here, like new wave and like the 80s style, that's you're pretty much spot on.
For sure, but also I feel like kind of in a more modern realm, it's a little dreamy,
Yeah.
It's got that kind of like dream pop,
Yeah, it's been like to be also very like dreamy, reminiscent. The song's about like a relationship you're not supposed to have.
Right.
Right. It's a forbidden love.
Right.
And it's from like a lot of my music I write is like personal experiences, or I write songs based on other people's experiences, especially the lyrics. The music, is first, and then the lyrics come after.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way because some bands they have to they write songs first and then they put the music behind it because it's like, no, I wrote the song and it needs to sound like this.
Yeah.
Instead
No.
of,
Well.
I write the music and the lyrics need to be this.
Yeah. No. I'm backwards. So I write the music first, and then I'm like, this song sounds like it makes me feel this emotion. So I write the lyrics based on that emotion. If it makes me feel angry, I'll write an angry song. If it makes me feel lustful and like want to be some forbidden side love.
Then you write that song.
Yeah, and I write that song. Make
like
it
we
groovy, makes it dancey.
delve deeper into that forbidden thing.
Yeah. And we're actually releasing. Yeah, I guess by the time this gets released, the music video for this song will be out. Right. On YouTube and all that stuff.
It's funny because we've asked some of the other bands, like, what's the process? So you're hearing music first and then writing lyrics. And for you guys, you know, since you're the rest of the songs we're going to hear are all in Spanish.
Yes.
So there's kind of this other element too of like, okay, am I going to write this with an English lyric or a Spanish lyric? So speak to that a little.
Yeah. So I pretty much just like I said before, I don't like to be boxed into one thing. Yes, I consider my band a rock en español band, but my first language was Spanish, and I learned English later on. So I have two languages that I can work with, and if the song, if it comes out when I'm writing the lyrics, it just feels natural to write a song in English, then I'll write it in English. If it feels natural to write in Spanish, I'll write it in Spanish. I don't want to force anything. I don't ever want our music to sound forced. Like, it just as natural as possible. This song started off with the guitar riff, right, and I build around it. I don't ever want to make it feel like, I mean, I understand, you know, piecing songs together and stuff, but I don't want it to sound forced. And yeah, and I won't ever write a song. I'm like, no, this has to be in English, or no, this has to be in Spanish. If the song came out in Spanish, it's in Spanish. If the song came out in English, it's in English.
I think you made the right choice, man. It doesn't sound forced at all. It sounds very groovy and just like nice. You know?
Even if it wasn't Spanish, I'd still be like, yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, I have a lot. I have a lot of friends who don't speak any Spanish.
Right.
They're like, man, I really wish I could understand what you're saying. I'm like, just look up the lyrics, translate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or I'll just tell you.
Google
about
Translate.
It. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. You know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the rest of those songs on this show.
That's right.
Yep.
We're
You
gonna
can
do
explain
that.
them to me.
Gladly.
And me
man.
too.
Gladly.
All right, let's take a break, and when we get back, we'll talk more. This is Final Voices Radio.
Yep.
Here on ESPN 97.5.
This is Vinyl Voices, brought to you by Adley Law Firm, Houston's personal injury attorneys for 30 years.